Hi Cancer, welcome or welcome back to my channel. We're doing your monthly love reading for next month in May. So, first card you got is Deep Knowing. And this card is about how sometimes someone comes into your life and you just know that this person is going to be instrumental in your life, that they are going to be, there's a purpose for them being there, there's a deep connection. You guys are like intertwining the alchemical process together. And starting that together. It's just about you two having a very deep connection, and you know in your soul that this is the person who's going to be quite likely a soulmate or just someone very important. Then we have the new moon eclipse, and it says expect powerful change. And this card is basically about things basically having unlimited potential right now. So your relationship is definitely changing in a way, but that is best for you and your person, for the highest good of all, basically. And it is just very, very positive. You could feel a little bit uncomfortable with the change, but not extremely so, but that, you know, there's a new portal that you're kind of stepping through within this relationship. And then we have Bee Spirit, and it says sweet results await. And this card is about how, you know, if you put in the hard work in your relationship, that things will be good and you guys will get the honey, and it will just be a good time together. So you guys just need to focus on working with your person, like teamwork, making sure that both of your efforts are equal and balanced and that type of thing, and everything's going to be great. So it seems good so far. Let's see, what does the tarot have to say? Don't want to jinx it. Okay, so what is the situation with Cancer and their person? That's too many. Just one card. Also too many. Okay. So situation is we have the Knight of Wands. Could be exciting times, passion, travel. I'll talk about it more once we have the other cards. This is how you view your person. Sorry, that's how your person views you. Excuse me. This is how your person feels about you. This is how you view your person. Sorry, just trying to get one card to come out. It keeps coming out in multiples. Okay, that's how you feel about your person. Okay, this is any blockages or challenges for you guys in the relationship just for this month. Okay, that's their next actions towards you. And the outcome. You might be dealing with a Gemini. I have Gemini in your chart because that came out for Gemini as well. Okay, let's get some clarifiers before I start talking about this. So let's clarify the Knight of Wands. Two of Swords. Clarify the Devil. The Fool. Let's clarify the King of Wands. Emperor, and you feel the Emperor about them, and they're clarifying that they feel the Emperor about you. Clarify the High Priestess in reverse. Strength. Okay, clarify the Emperor, the Devil, clarify the Two of Swords. We have the 5 of Wands. Okay, that was very quick. Queen of Cups. And the Hermit. Okay. So, Cancer. With the situation between you and your person in May, we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Two of Swords. So I could read this in one of two ways. So for some of you, I feel like this is a very passionate connection that you guys are wanting to kind of move forward and do something quite exciting with your person, maybe travel or some way. But there's a decision that needs to be made in order to do this, and you could be feeling stuck with this decision that needs to be made between the two of you. Maybe you don't have the means to do what you guys are passionate about, or there could just be a moment of needing to meditate in some way before taking action towards something. The other way that I could read this is that you could be dealing with someone in your life who's kind of in and out and hot and cold in your life, someone who's very non-committal, and you're kind of in this decision-making process where you feel like you need to decide if you're going to keep going with this person who is, you know, very fun and that you're very attracted to, but that isn't really like committing to you, or if you need to kind of take a step back. And the Two of Swords is you pulling back in some way to decide on this. Then we have the Devil and the Fool with how your person views you. So they view you as someone, firstly, that they're extremely attracted to, but they do view you as someone that they have an unhealthy attachment to, and that they want to break free from these energies that are unhealthy with you, and maybe have a new beginning together, and just also again possibly like travel or do something a little less restrained. I'm feeling they don't want to be so like, I feel like they might not want to be tied down in some way. Either that, or it's just that they just want some sort of fresh energies and new beginning from any sort of unhealthy attachments or toxic obsession, or maybe drinking too much or that type of thing. They just want a fresh new beginning from this. How they feel about you is that they feel very passionate about you. They feel very driven to make this work with you. They want to step up and be, you know, the divine masculine of this connection, if you resonate with that. They do just want to, they see you as someone who is a go-getter as well. So, but they just want to be the provider, I feel like, for you. They would love to just be a provider for you. But they do see you as someone who they like, you not being in their life is not an option. They like, if you tried to walk away, they'd be like, not gonna happen. I'm taking control here. So that's the type of energy that I get. Then we have the High Priestess in the reverse and the Strength card in the upright as how you view them. So Cancer, I feel like you view them as someone who's not very spiritual, more kind of grounded into the 3D world, and that doesn't really like they're not in that spiritual mindset or wanting to go down that path in any way. They definitely are the type of person who's you see them as someone who is very confident, or at least someone who has a lot of bravery and courage and that type of thing. Someone who is always willing to kind of take on a problem or try and work on something, but someone who doesn't really go from their intuition. They go from like, let's get it done, let's take action, let's be brave, let's sort this out, instead of let me just feel about this and feel what this connection is, or feel how do we move past this, or that type of thing. Then we have the Emperor and the Devil clarifying the Emperor. So this is your feelings for them. So you also feel like you want to be in this relationship, that you want to take action towards it, that you want to put in the effort towards it, that it's basically mirroring each other, that you want to have a relationship that works out with this person, and you want to, maybe both of you, I feel like, want to level up the connection in some way, maybe take it to a new level of commitment, but you're both extremely committed to this relationship and want it to work out. Like, you guys will do whatever is practical to make this work. With the devil clarifying that, again, you do feel extremely what would I say? You feel extremely attracted to them in a very passionate sense, let's say. But also, again, that there are some sort of like, there's some sort of obsession that you have with each other, an obsession not in a good way, like in a codependent type of way, that might need to be released. But you guys are both very practical. So I feel like if this is an issue, this is something that you guys can practically work on together. And maybe that's the change that needs to happen, that can be uncomfortable, breaking that codependency cycle. Although that, you know, if you guys are like drinking too much, or possibly there could be drugs involved or something like that, this is something that you guys can kind of move out of, but it will be uncomfortable at first. But it will be for the highest good of you both and this relationship. So we have the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Wands as the challenge. So I feel like there's some sort of like conflict or arguments, but at the same time, with the conflict and arguments, you guys aren't actually like doing anything to fix the conflict or argument. Like, you guys are more like, it's kind of like a stalemate, like very stubborn energy, or very much like if there are any arguments or anything like that, none of you guys will actually put in the effort to resolve it in some way. It's more just like, I can't explain it. Like, you know, if someone's trying to make a decision, but they don't know what decision to make, so they just do nothing. It's that type of energy. So I feel like there is maybe some sort of arguments in May, or like just some sort of disagreements, or like you guys might have different views on something, and you guys aren't willing to see the other person's side of things in some way. Then their next action towards you is the 7 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So they could be, again, I can read this in 2 ways. So they could be feeling a little bit like defensive and not wanting to kind of make any sudden moves. Maybe they feel like they feel very strongly about you, but that they need to kind of protect themselves in some way and stand up for what they believe in. And they might be holding back their love towards you at this time. Otherwise, alternatively, it could be someone who does want to stand up and fight for this connection and fight for you, because they do have a lot of feelings for you. So it's one of those 2 things. Then we have the Queen of Wands and the Hermit as the outcome. So I do feel like you are going to be feeling very good about yourself and very passionate towards your person in the month of May. Maybe feeling very motivated to make it work, but also focused on healing the connection in some way, and maybe having to be a little bit independent to break that codependency to heal this connection, because the only way to do that is maybe to spend some time alone, but like maybe healing some sort of energies, or healing possibly your confidence in some way. You might need to heal your confidence and any sort of independent energies. So let's get some advice for you, Cancer. So what does Cancer need to know? We have the Son of Wands. Okay, what else? The 5 of Wands. Lots of repetitive energies here. Okay, and then we have the Fool and Temperance. Okay, so whatever's going on here, you need to make sure that you're taking action and doing things that excite you within the relationship, that you are possibly focused on travel or taking action towards something. It's about, it seems to be very kind of masculine energy going on here, whether you are 2 masculines for, you know, with each other, or whether you are just being in a very masculine energy at the moment. It could be about that, but there is advice here to take action towards what it is that you want. With the 5 of Wands being here, this is about if there's any conflict that arises, like it's about like resolving the conflict and being open to kind of agree to disagree in some way, but also not in this way of like, fine, let's have it your way then, I don't care. It's about like actually resolving any sort of conflicts. And then we have the Fool here. So this is about being open to new beginnings. Again, could be travel with both the Fool and the Son of Wands. You might want to like plan a holiday or something like that. But it is just kind of starting over new with your person. And maybe that's what this new moon eclipse is there. And then we have Temperance. So it's about making sure that it's everything in moderation. If you've been overindulging in some way, like kind of, it could be, like I said, drinking or drugs or something like that, maybe needing to balance that out. Or if you've been giving too much to this connection and not receiving back, it's about balancing that out. Or even vice versa. If you haven't been giving and they've been giving, you need to kind of give as well. So the Temperance card is about like having patience and balancing this relationship out in a more healthier sense. Okay, and then let's get some romance angels for you, Cancer. So what does Cancer need to know? We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. What else do we need to know? We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, which is like that Knight of Wands and the Fool as well. So that's good. And let's get some messages from your person. What does Cancer's person say to them if they weren't holding anything back? So first one out, we have you and I were too young. I know I messed everything up. And we both know that I'm not the one for you. So, I don't know. That's probably for people in separation. But I hope that resonated, Cancer. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys again next week. Take care.